Welcome back to the channel, guys. And let me tell you, I have not been as happy as I am in a game this year since, week one was immaculate vibes. I was at the game, start of the Jordan Love era. It was fucking awesome to beat the Bears, but beating the Bears today and solidifying a team, and let me be it, the youngest team since 1978 to go to the playoffs. It is just so fucking amazing. Let me repeat that. The youngest team since 1978, and ironically, it was the Bears team that went in 1978, but the youngest team to go to the playoffs since then. And if you would have told me this back when the Packers started 2-5, I can't say I would have believed you. Um, I'm at cloud nine right now. Jordan Love, I let me just start off by saying there's three keys to this game that I really felt that it needed. These things needed to happen in order to win this game. One, Jordan Love needed to play his best game of the year, a legacy game. Jaden Reed, getting that connection going with him still. Number two being Aaron Jones needed to have another legacy game. The man is my favorite running back in Packers history, bar none. He needed another legacy game. And then three, we needed the D line to absolutely fucking come to play and give the fucking pressure, on this offensive line of the Bears because, you can't rely on the back seven with these linebackers and safeties and corners to have you win this football game because they're going to lose you the football game. You needed the D line to win this game, and that goes for the rest of the season. You need the D line to show up every single time in order for Green Bay to stand a chance on defense. But all three things happened today, and I can't even put into perspective how big this is for the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, if they would have lost today, I would have been disappointed for sure, but there's still a lot of good. You got Jordan Love as no doubt your franchise guy. You got the youngest team, like I said, going into next year. But let me tell you, this team is on the precipice, of absolutely, spoiling all the doubters, and they did, and plain and simple, because nobody had this team going to the playoffs this year. Very little. I'm not gonna say nobody, but very little, including myself, did not think. I said, to multiple people, I think at the very most this is a 7-10 football team, and I'm so glad they're going to the playoffs. They're playing Dallas next week, but I'll get to that. But first, the Packers, they beat the Chicago Bears, their 10th winner in a row against them, which is just mind-boggling to me because I would have never, if you would have told me that they would have 10 wins in a row against the Bears, like if you told me that as like an elementary school or middle schooler, I would have never believed you. And you know, I'm living in the greatest time right now to be a Packers fan, and I'm so lucky that I was born this time because 10 wins against your arch rival, the biggest, sports rivalry in like all of sports, in my opinion. I can't even, 10 wins in a row. It's amazing. A whole weekend, I was talking with my friends, eventually the Bears are going to win one of these eventually, and it's going to be tough, but it just, man, I'm so glad it was not today. It could be next year. It could be 2 seasons from now, whatever. But man, 10 wins in a row, unfucking believable. Now, big thanks, Jalen Johnson didn't play for the Bears. No Darnell Mooney, no Lucas Patrick, the starting center. They lost, he got put in an IR on Saturday. So maybe there was, they had to figure out a center situation pretty quick, but maybe they didn't. Maybe they had some time to figure it out. But anyways, I wanted to start with the stats. I wanted to compare and contrast a little bit. Jordan Love had an absolute fucking legacy game. 27 for 32, 316 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Unfucking real. Aaron Jones, my goodness, the man is unfucking believable. Coming into this game, the number 1 rated rushing defense, Aaron Jones had 22 carries for 111 yards, marking his 3rd time going over 100 yards this season, which is just absolutely fantastic. He also had 5 catches for 30 yards too. It was an Aaron Jones fucking masterclass today. The guy, dashes and slashes, and he's just so tiny and so quick. I hope they keep Aaron Jones. Green Bay, please keep Aaron Jones one more year. Yeah, he's been fucking injured all year, and that's when you should be giving up on your running backs. He's 29 years old. But in my opinion, this offense does not go anywhere without Aaron fucking Jones. So sign him, restructure his deal, whatever you got to do. Keep him around at least one more year. Let me go to the receivers now. Now, if you told me, Christian Watson would not be playing in this game, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you told me Romeo Doubs would have 0 catches today, I would have said we don't win this game. But you know what? Jayden fucking Reed, the 2nd-round pick out of Michigan State, came to fucking play today. Becomes the 2nd player this season to go over 100 yards passing for the Packers. Jayden Reed, 4 catches, 112 yards. The man is unfucking believable. I didn't mention that. I can't remember if I mentioned this last video, but he gives me, and I'll say this the best way I could, he gives me the best Antonio Brown's football comparisons I've ever seen. Like, if we get an Antonio Brown type player on this team, and which, I can't even fathom. I'm just so excited about this team, But Jayden Reed, 4 catches, 112 yards. Bo fucking Melton. Who the fuck is that? Bo Melton, 5 catches, 62 yards. The 7th-round pick from Seattle last year, who's on the team now, that's absolutely balling out this year. Dontavian Wicks, who came back from an injury last weekend, absolutely came in clutch. I seen this thing. Dontavian Wicks, it's actually Devontavian Wicks, because he plays exactly like Devontae Adams. He plays exactly like him. 6 catches, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tucker Kraft, easily the most improved player on this team this year. Couldn't make a block at all this year to start the season. Made a huge block today to help Aaron Jones get a huge 20-yard break, and then also had 3 catches for 31 yards, and then had the dagger 3rd down play to seal the game at the 2-minute warning. So Tucker Kraft, and it was nice to have Luke Musgraves back too. He had a catch today. Hopefully he can get some more touches too. But man, I said it in last video. This offensive receivers group is combined total $7.5 million. Just wrap your head around that. $7.5 million for all these guys. And it's going to be roughly the same next year. I think it's only $9 million next year. It's absolutely crazy. $7.5 million. You got Allen Lazard, who is a healthy scratch today, and I love Allen Lazard, but he's making $10 million alone this year. Meanwhile, Jayden Reed, Bo Melton, Dontavian Wicks, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson are all combining for $7.5 million. Wrap your head around that. Unfucking believable. I was really nervous about this game too, because, Bears D is absolutely fucking balling out these past few weeks. They won 4 out of their last 5 out of their last 7. And honestly, they should have been on a 5-game win streak if it wasn't for that Hail Mary, catch for Darnell Mooney, I think it was. But man, this team was hot, and they will obviously want to play spoilers against their arch rival, and offense came to fucking play. Offensive line for the Packers only allowed 1 sack today. You didn't really hear Montez Sweat named too much. He had 3 total tackles. He had a tackle for loss, but held him to 0 sacks. This O-line played fucking great. Only had 1 sack, so props to O-line. They're just getting better and better. Elton Jenkins is a fucking motherfucker. He is no doubt one of the best guards in the NFL. Zach Tom, one of the best right tackles in the NFL, no doubt, and he's only a second year. It's just I cannot believe how this team is doing. Let me switch to the defense. Quay Walker, 9 total tackles, had 1 sack. Carl fucking Brooks, the 6th-round rookie out of Bowling Green, 1 sack. Lucas Van Ness, 1st-round pick, had a sack today. Devontae Wyatt had a sack today. Kenny Clark had a sack today. And let me tell you about Lucas Van Ness, because I swear they drafted him to just get fucking Justin Fields, because he's athletic, he's fast, he can move, and it's great because he got 2 sacks on Fields this season. He's just way faster than what Preston Smith or like Kingsley and Mbar. There's no way they're catching Fields. So like, it always makes me think. If they actually if they drafted Lucas Van Ness just for Justin Fields, which I would not be surprised. But man, this defense absolutely fucking balled out today, and I'm laughing because 2 weeks ago, there was no doubt Joe Barry is getting fired, without a doubt. And to me, I still think he has a chance to get fired. But, man, these last 2 games have just, of course, solidified. Joe Barry's just he's making adjustments and playing a lot better as a defensive coordinator. In my opinion, I think it's because they're sending more blitzes. Like, they never fucking sent blitzes. And now, these last couple, they've been sending some guys. They've been sending Quay Walker a lot. And man, it's just crazy how the NFL works, because no doubt I still think they 100% should get rid of Joe Barry, but who fucking knows now that they're in the playoffs, and especially if they win a game, oh my gosh. But man, this game was fucking in the 4th quarter it was 14-9. It's like Anders Carlson, for fuck's sakes, misses a field goal. Like, he's missed the most he's also missed the most extra points in the league by far. Like, I think the kicker has really become a concern on this team, and gosh damn, it would be really nice to have Mason Crosby, at least for the extra points this year. But Carlson really needs to, and Rich Bisaccia really need to fucking figure out what's going on. Rich Bisaccia is the highest paying special teams coordinator in the league, and he needs to fucking make adjustments quick, because we're going to need him for next week. But man, I just defense played great. Fields didn't have a great game, 11 for 16, 148 yards. Yeah, it's because Luke Getsy, not fucking helping Fields out at all. The defense held Herbert to just 12 carries, 28 yards. Fucking Green Bay's defense just gets gashed all the time. Fucking on the run. It was nice to see them only have him for rushing for 28 yards. DJ Moore had a good game, 4 catches, 64 yards. I saw a stat where if he was lined up with Jair Alexander, he had 0 catches, so that's kind of interesting. But, man, so glad to get this fucking win. I was so scared, no doubt, like, I thought, this is a legacy game for fucking Justin Fields, playing, potentially playing for, his spot next year on the Bears, and we'll see what happens with all that. But I thought he was going to come out and fucking run his fucking ass all over us, and somehow, some way, probably because, Luke Getsy doesn't set him up very well, but the defense fucking balled out, and I just can't believe it, because I saw this interesting stat where this is the first time since 2010 that the Green Bay Packers have held a team under 10 points. This is the second time that it's ever happened since 2010 that they held a team under 10 points. Like, I didn't even think that was a thing. Like, I thought there has to be some, like, couple other games, at least a handful more of the games where they held the team under 10 points. But nope, only the second time since 2010. So I'm glad it was today, because fucking needed it. And man, Jordan Love, you are the fucking man. You're not a Hall of Famer yet, but you're doing amazing stuff, and I'm fucking rooting for you. Aaron Jones, you're the fucking man. Man, I can't wait. Next weekend, they're playing Dallas Sunday at 3 o'clock. Mike McCarthy, the whole shabazz. I wish it was against Detroit. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to play Detroit, but obviously Stafford against Detroit is fucking amazing cinema right there. But I don't think we match up very well against Dallas. And even if we do, somehow we do, we're going to get bashed by the 49ers. But let me just tell you, this is such a win for the Green Bay Packers. I don't care. Yeah, of course I'm going to be upset if they lose, but I'm so happy about the future of this team and the future of this organization, because we still have like a handful of draft picks that we have in the future. I think it's like we have 5 draft picks in the top 100, so it's like the draft capital is nice, or going forward. And if we can somehow pull off a playoff victory in Jordan Love's first year as the starter, coming off of a Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron Rodgers in his first year, if he can get a playoff win against the 2 seed in Dallas, oh my gosh, I might be fucking insufferable. But I don't have high expectations, but I just hope this team comes out and gives a lot of fight on Sunday. But this season's a win, and it's been one of the best seasons I've ever watched, because of all the high roller coasters of the season and the 2-5 start, and the win against the Chiefs, the win against Detroit, the win against Minnesota, the 2 wins against the Bears. This season has been a fucking roller coaster, and there's been so many injuries, and I hope Christian Watson can fucking come back next week. For fuck's sake, please come back, and I hope he's healthy. But we got the guy in Jordan Love. We got the receivers. I mean, man, that's the one thing, the last thing I'll leave off with is, how do you fucking, if I'm a defensive coordinator, what are you trying to stop? Because we don't have any named receivers. It's a bunch of random guys or random young guys, but they've all been contributing so much, in their own special way. And so it's like, I'm so curious on how defensive coordinators go about it, because I can't imagine them going like, oh, we got to stop that Reed guy, but we also got to stop Dontavian Wicks. But also, are they any good? But also, what about Tucker Kraft and Bo Melton? And, we got Aaron Jones. And that, it's just, I'm interested in what they're thinking. But, man, Dallas, Green Bay, cannot fucking wait. But I'm going to soak in this one for a little bit. Packers defeat the Bears for 10th in a row. It was a fun game. I did not think we were going to win up until 2 minutes left in the game. Bears came to play. They man, I'm happy though. So we get at least one more video of these. So hopefully you guys, click like and comment down below, what you thought of this game, and we, like I said, at least we get one more of these videos before you guys can not have to hear me anymore. So on that note, good night, y'all, and have a good day.